Good morning. Happy Monday. So this morning's practice, don't need anything besides yourself and your mat, maybe a blanket for under your knees if that feels good. Otherwise, let's get started. So this morning we're going to start in a wide-legged child's pose. So make yourself comfortable in this position. Your big toes can come together to touch. Knees can go wide. Again, if you got that blanket, you can place it under your knees. And then you're just going to slowly find your way down. Arms can be out in front. They can be back by your knees, or they can be back by your feet. So whatever feels comfortable. And when you arrive down, just let everything settle. Let your forehead press into the mat. Shoulders relax. And take a few deep breaths as you start to feel the back body breathing. So fill up, feel your lungs expand, and exhale, sink a little bit deeper. So just continue that way for a few breaths. Taking your time to arrive in your practice, to notice how you woke up this morning, how you might be feeling. And let this time this morning be peaceful and for yourself. Let it be time to think about what you'd like to bring forth into your day, into your week. And maybe find that quality in your practice this morning. So maybe rock your head right and left, massaging just on your forehead. Take another 2 deep breaths here. And then if you have your hands down by your feet, just start to walk them forward again towards the top of your mat. Coming up onto fingertips. Maybe find a little bit of length through your arms. And then just slightly lift your head enough to thread the left hand under the right. So thread the needle and then lower the hand, the shoulder, the left side of your temple down to the mat. And then just settle there for a breath or two. Notice any opening along the left side of your arm, your back, maybe your neck. Take another 2 breaths here. And if it feels good, you can, relax the right elbow, let the right arm rest. Let it be soothing. And then on the next inhale, and just slowly come through the movement. So rising back through, reaching the left arm, and then thread the right arm under. Right side of your temple comes down, right shoulder. And left fingertips can be walking forward, or they can just, whole arm can relax down. Maybe feeling a nice tug along the ribs, along the right side. Breathe here for 2 breaths. And on your next inhale, walking the left fingertips forward, reach the right hand back up. Forehead comes down just for a breath. And then as you press into your hands, slowly coming up towards hands and knees. Finding your cat pose, so pressing down through your hands. Inhale, drop the belly, collarbones reach forward. And then as you exhale, back through cat and slowly back to your child's pose. So let's find that pattern for a few breaths. As you inhale, rising through cat, drop the belly. Exhale, back through child's. And you can have your eyes closed. Let this be rhythmic movement. Slowly linking your breath. Waking up the body, the joints. Maybe the exhale comes out the mouth. Let's do one more, just like this. Rising, cat and cow, back through child's. And this time as you rise, slowly come forward through table, lean into your hands, and then slowly lower down towards your belly. Forehead lands, hands can stay right where they are, and then roll your shoulders back as you inhale, come up into baby cobra. Exhale, lower the forehead down. As you inhale, press in through your hands all the way back to child's pose. Let's do that for a few rounds. So inhale, shifting forward, lean into your hands, slowly lower. Forehead comes down. Inhale, pressing the tops of your feet down as you come up into your baby cobra, lowering down, and then pressing all the way back. Let's do that once more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Rising, baby cobra. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, down. All the way back to child's. And then coming back through table. Land in your table this time, wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Just let your hips sway right and left. Let's just take the next few breaths for some free form movement. So that can be circling your hips. It could be just letting that sway right and left, up through the neck. And again, just let your eyes close here. Let it be intuitive. You know what feels nice in the morning for your body. And if you're making circles with your hips, be sure to go the opposite direction. Take another 2 breaths. And then land back in that table position, tuck the toes under. As you press in through your hands, slowly start to lift the knees up into your downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet. And readjust the hands as needed. Spread your fingers wide. Really press down through your thumb and index finger. Wrap the shoulders towards the edges of your mat. And then just feel the pose here. Bend the knees. Maybe lift up onto the toes and drop the heels back down. Shake the head. And then just take one more breath here, settling into the downward facing dog. And then begin to walk the feet towards your hands. Slow and steady. Let them come hip width or wider at the top of your mat. Let the upper body hang down, forward folding. You can hold opposite elbows, create that frame around your head. And just let the upper body dangle down. Taking a few deep down. Let the head release, neck, shoulders. And then let the hands touch down. Feet are just under the hips. As you inhale, just let the hands come towards your shins. Finding that halfway lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, slide the hands down, folding again. Maybe bend your knees. Let's take that twice more. So inhale, pressing the crown of the head forward, hips reaching back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. This time, we're going to slowly rise all the way up to standing. Any way you want to get there. Let the arms reach up overhead. Reach, reach, reach. Let's hold on to the left wrist and reach up and over towards the right. Press down through your left foot. Back through the center, bend your knees, switch hands, left hand holding the right, up and over to the left. Back through the center, and then just let the hands come to the heart and down to your sides. Take a moment to ground down through your feet, lift the toes, place them down, shift a little bit forward and back, side to side. Eyes can be open or closed. You're just taking a moment here and reconnecting with that intention, that quality that you'd like to bring forth into your day. And take a breath for that. And then when you're ready, eyes open. Inhale, fill up, let the arms come up overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Let it all go. Inhale, halfway lift, crown of the head reaches. Exhale, hands come down. Let's step the feet back into your plank pose. So corkscrew your hands down, feeling your lats engage. Take a breath here. And then we're going to slowly lower all the way down. You can absolutely drop your knees like we did before. Forehead lands. And then cobra, or you can press into your hands, come up into your upward facing dog as well. But just taking what you need this morning. And then when you're ready, pressing back through table to your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then on your next inhale, it's going to be your right knee in towards your nose, stepping the right foot forward. Assist it if needed. Let the back knee come down. And then rise the arms up. Anjaneyasana. Let the right hand come towards your right hip. Reach the left arm up and over. And you can keep this dynamic. So you can reach, come back through center, and reach. Feel free to use the blanket under your knee here if you need it, or fold up your mat. Take one more breath. And then just let the right hand rise back up. Exhale, fold over the front leg. Let the head hang. And then draw the hips back. So walk the hands back as needed. Toes can reach up towards the shin or they can point forward. Maybe you alternate as you slowly wake up the leg. Take another breath here. And then bend the right knee. Let the hands come down. Tuck the back toes under. Reach the right leg back and long. Toes extend. And then bring the right leg back down. One breath in the downward facing dog. And then it's the left knee in towards the nose. So draw everything in. Step the left foot forward. Right knee down, untuck the toes, rise on up. Press in through that front foot. Let the shoulders drop down. Let the left hand come to the left hip and reach up and over towards the left. And then back through center. Up and over. And just work with your breath here. Keeping the lower half of your body steady as your upper body moves. Feeling the nice opening all along the right side. Back through the center, let the left arm rise back up. And then exhale, fold over. Let the head hang for a breath. And then draw the hips back. Toes press back towards the shin. Maybe alternating forward and back, waking up, back of the leg, hamstrings, calf. Shine your heart forward. One more breath. Then bend the left knee, hands touch down, tuck the back toes under, reach the left leg back and up. Lower the left leg, and you can stay in the downward facing dog, or you can shift forward towards your plank. Engage your glutes. Slowly lower halfway or all the way. Upward facing dog or cobra. If it's your first upward facing dog, maybe linger there. Press in through the hands. And then draw up through the belly. Back to your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Nod and shake out the head. And we're going to come through that same sequence and add on a little bit. So it's the right knee coming in towards the nose. Right foot steps, back knee down, rise on up. And this time, let the right hand catch the left hand like we did at the top of the mat. Reach up and over. Back through the center. Exhale, fold. And then kickstand your left foot out to the right edge of your mat. And then you're going to rise into a modified warrior two. So this might be the spot that you want a blanket under your knee. And then just drop your left hand down, rise the right arm up. And then come into what would be a side angle pose. With your left hand, you're going to slowly thread it under the right knee and then open back. So take a few of these. Notice how you have to keep steady through your lower body. Maybe engaging your core as you keep that balance. Let's go for two more. Maybe light up through the fingers. And then take a breath in the modified side angle. Rise back up. And then we're going to lower, left hand comes down. Right leg is going to straighten. And then let this right arm reach up and over. Left ear can fall towards left shoulder. Nice long line all along the right side. And then just slowly let this right hand come down. We're gonna walk our hands so it's right out in front of our knee. Tuck your left toes under. And then you're just gonna press back and forward. So this might feel good along this right leg, or you can turn the toes up as you press back. So you're just feeling the rotation of your hip. Let's take a couple more of these. And then let the foot come down. We're slowly going to walk the hands back towards the top of our mat. So both feet kind of in the same direction on your mat. Hands can come down, tuck the back toes under, reach the right leg back. Maybe rotate out through the ankle if you want to bend and open the hip. Right ahead. And then right leg comes down. Let's try that on the other side. So left knee in towards the nose. Step the left foot forward. Back knee comes down. Untuck the toes and rise on up. Left foot presses down. Left hand holding right wrist. Reach up and over. So you might feel your hip shifting towards the right as you lift up and over towards the left. Side body opening. Back through the center. Release the hands down. The right leg is going to kickstand over towards the left. Rise on up to this modified warrior two. Let the right hand drop down, left hand reaches, and then left elbow is going to rest on the left knee as the right arm reaches up. Right arm is going to thread under and through, and then open back up again. Let's take a few of these. Staying steady through your hips. Your core assisting you. We'll go once more. And then rise back up. You can straighten the left leg. Toes can come out towards the side so the left edge of your foot is towards the top of the mat. That might feel a little bit better. Right hand's going to come down. And this left arm can reach up and over. One long line. Right ear might be falling towards right shoulder. And then slowly let the left arm come down. Walk the hands so they're in front of the right knee. Tuck the right toes under and just press forward and back. So this might feel like enough for your left hip. Or if you want to spin on the heel, you can open the toes towards the ceiling and then back down. So just take what you need. Kind of feeling that all throughout the hip, inner thigh. Right hand comes down. And then we're slowly shifting back towards the top of the mat. Hands come down. Tuck the back toes under, reach the left leg back and up. Bend and open the hip, maybe roll out the ankle. Left foot comes down. Let's shift forward towards a plank. Your choice of vinyasa here could be halfway or all the way. Knees can come down. Cobra, up dog. Back through your downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale out through the mouth. Rise up to the toes, bend the knees, walk, step, or jump towards the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root down through your feet as you rise all the way up. Hands down through heart center, into your sides. Just take a moment to roll your shoulders out. Again, ground down through your feet. Reconnect with your intention. And then coming back through. So inhale, rising the arms. Exhale, forward folding, hinge at the hips. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands touch down, feet step back. You can come straight into your downward facing dog or vinyasa. Whatever your body is calling for this morning. When you arrive, settle for a breath or two. Corkscrew your hands down, spread the fingers wide. Feel the opening in your shoulders, backs of the legs. On your next inhale, let's rise the right leg up. Bend and open the hip. Really reach the right heel towards your right glute, pressing both hands down. And then shift the hips back towards even. Step the right foot, coming into warrior two. Notice how it feels when you're not on your knees. Take a moment to feel steady through your base. Expand through your arms. Flip your right palm open, reverse. Feel the opening along the right side. And then exhale, side angle. Feel your right hip plugging in. Your right arm is just barely resting. Let's try those same thread the needles here. So left arm is going to reach under and through. And then open. Just notice if you feel a little bit more engagement through the legs, through your core, when you are farther away from the mat. Two more. Just following your breath with the movement. And then pause in the side angle. Press down through your right foot to come all the way back up. Straighten the right leg and reverse. And then we're going to cartwheel the hands down. Plant the left hand. Turn the feet towards the right. Rise the right arm up. So you can come into full Vashisthasana, or the right foot can just be halfway down your mat. And you're pressing your hips up. Right hand can reach, or if you like that thread the needle sensation, you can also find it here. And if you're in the full Vashisthasana, both feet might be together or one in front of the other. And then when you're ready, right hand comes down. You can press straight back to your downward facing dog or come through the vinyasa. If you need a breather, just let the knees come down, find child's pose again. 2 breaths and we'll meet back in the downward facing dog. When you arrive, it's the left leg that's going to rise up. Bend the left knee, reach the left heel towards the left glute, and then open the hips towards the left. Press evenly through your hands so your shoulders stay steady. And then Hips back towards neutral. Stepping the left foot in between the hands, warrior two again. Take a breath or two at the top. Finding your footing, rooted through your base, expansive through your arms, through the crown of your head. Flip the left palm open, reverse. Opening all along the left side, and then coming into the side angle. Left forearm landing on the left knee, let it be light. Right arm can stay up towards the ceiling, or we're slowly gonna find those threading the needle up and through. Let's do 3 more. There's a stability through your hips, through your core. After this next one, just let the right arm reach up towards the ceiling. And then press in through your left foot as you rise back up. Straighten the left leg, reverse. And then cartwheel the hands down. Ooh. Right hand will land. Spin to the outer edges of your feet. Lift the left arm up. You can stay here. You can walk the foot about halfway, or the full Vashisthasana. Lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Maybe you find that same threading through. Feeling your obliques, the core. And then whenever you're ready, left hand comes down. Drop the knees or slowly lower all the way to your belly. Ooh, that feels good. Just rock your hips right and left. Walk your fingertips out to the sides of your mat, maybe off the mat. Press your toes down behind you. And as you inhale, slowly rise. And then let one shoulder come down. And then rise and let the other shoulder dip down. And just take a few of these. Letting ear come down side to side. Maybe go once more in each direction. And then let the forehead come down. Let the arms relax. Bend the knees and just windshield wiper the feet right and left. And then let the feet land behind you, hands under the shoulders. You can press back through table, child's pose, or straight through your plank back to your downward facing dog. Next inhale, rise on the heels. Walk, step, or jump towards the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root down through the feet as you rise all the way up. Hands down through center. I'm going to face you for this. We're just going to do a little bit of balancing here. And reload. Shift forward and back on your feet. Let the weight slowly come into your left foot. Plug your left foot down. Kickstand your right foot out towards the right. Hands can be out heart center. They can be down by the sides. And then just slowly begin to walk the right foot into a comfortable tree pose. So it can be just on your calf It might come up towards your inner thigh. And as you press in through the right foot into your left thigh is pressing back into the right foot. So find that steady spot. Let your gaze land somewhere stable. Hands can be at heart center. They might rise. You might even let the right hand land on the right thigh and reach up and over towards the right. See what is possible. Come back through the center and just slowly release the right leg. Shake it out. Shift side to side. And then just land back in the center. Let your eyes close down. Just feel that for a breath. Eyes will open. Weight shifts into the right leg. Kickstand the left leg just out to the side. Find your drishti, that stable gaze. And then maybe walk the foot up the calf, onto the inner thigh. And then just expand or stay with your heart, hands at heart center. If you liked that, lean to the left. Left hand might come to the left knee, might reach up and over. Hips, my right hip is pressing towards the right. And then just rise back up whenever you're ready. Release the left leg. Shake it out. Just gonna face back towards the top of my mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, release it. Forward fold. Let the head hang. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands touch down, feet step back into your plank pose. As you exhale, slowly lower halfway or all the way. Cobra or up dog. Back to your downward facing dog. Let's rise the right leg up. And then reach the right knee in towards the right elbow. Let it drop down towards the right wrist. And come into your pigeon pose. So your right foot can stay in towards the left hip. Can walk forward. Take a few breaths when you land in this upright position where you're just shifting right and left in your hips. Maybe walk the toes behind you back. And this might be where you choose to stay in your pigeon pose. If you do want to recline a little bit further, hands can come out in front. Slowly, breath by breath, coming down. The other option I'll offer is walking your right fingertips forward and threading your left arm under and through. Your left temple will come down. It might be a little bit of a deeper pigeon, similar to what we felt in the child's pose with the thread the needle. But finding a position that's sustainable. Always listening to your body. If it's too much, feel free to come out. But if you are in the pose, let the breath deepen. Let's take another 3 breaths here. And then from wherever you are, we're slowly going to find our way back out. So if you have to thread the needle, slowly come back up. Hands will press down, back toes will tuck under. I like to walk my knee in a little bit and then rise the right leg back up. And maybe bend and straighten, whatever you need. And then when you land back in the downward facing dog, just take a breath to feel the difference side to side. And then when you're ready, rise the left leg. Left knee in towards the left elbow. Slowly drop it down towards the wrist. Walk the right leg back behind. Set up for your pigeon on this side. Take the first few breaths where you're upright, shift right and left. And this might be where you stay. If you want to come down, take it breath by breath. Walking the fingertips forward. If you like that, thread the needle. It's the right arm coming under and through onto your right side of your face, onto the right temple. And then just letting the breath settle. Take another 3 deep breaths here. Breathing through any sensations. Maybe letting the exhale come out the mouth. And when you're ready and you feel even side to side, we're going to find our way back out. So if you have to thread the needle, just come back. If you were all the way down, walk the hands back towards your shin. And then step the back knee in a little bit. Hands press down. Reach the left leg back and up. And then left leg comes down. Take a breath here in your downward facing dog. If you'd like one final vinyasa, feel free to take it. Otherwise, we are going to find our way towards our seat. So you can jump through to sit. You can just drop the knees. And let the feet come out to the side. Whatever is the most relaxing way to find yourself to your seat. Find that way. And then just shimmy towards the top of your mat so you can slowly lower. Hold on to your knees. Take an inhale where you reach your chest forward. Exhale, round. Do 2 more of these. Inhale forward. Exhale, round. Press your feet down. Let your hands come undone and slowly lower all the way towards your back. Walk your feet in so they're about hip width distance. Hands are out to the sides. Let's find our pelvic tilts here. So as you inhale, exaggerate the space between your lower back and the mat. And then exhale, press your lower back into the mat so there's no space. Inhale, tip the pelvis forward. Exhale, tip it back. You might feel your core engage as you tip it back. Twice more. Next time your lower back is pressed into the mat, press your feet down and slowly rise the hips up into your bridge pose. Find a spot that is sustainable. Knees pressing forward towards the top of your mat. Take another 2 breaths. And then slowly lower. Let's lift the right ankle onto the left knee. So that figure 4 position. And then let's bring the hands under the head. So you're almost in like a stargazing position. I'm just going to do a couple of these. So you're pressing your right knee away. Wrap your elbows in towards your temples. Inhale here. As you exhale, press your lower back into the mat and reach the elbows up towards your knees. Inhale back. Exhale. Reach up. You can stay like this. If you want a little bit extra, you can lift the left leg. And so the feet are hovering and the knee comes in towards the elbows. Let's just do 4 more. Inhale, release down. Exhale, reaches up. Once more. Everything comes down. Keep the leg as it is. Just let the arms come undone. Let them come out to the sides. And then walk the left foot over towards the left. Let the knees drop down towards the right. If that right ankle doesn't feel good, you can just let it slide off into your twist. Breathe into your belly area. Let it relax. And then draw the knees back up towards center. Release the right leg. And then come back to those pelvic tilts. So just so you can feel that sensation of the lower back pressing into the mat. Do 2 more. And then lift the left leg so it's up and over the right knee. Hands come and weave behind the head. Elbows wrap in. Inhale, you might feel the lower back lift. As you exhale, press the lower back down. Reach the elbows towards the legs. Curl in. Inhale, release. Exhale, draw in. And we can stay with the right foot down. Or if you want to lift the right leg and hover it, draw the knees in towards the shin. for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Foot comes down, arms release out to the sides. Let the right foot walk over towards the right. Both knees fall open towards the left. Feel the release all through the right side, belly. Maybe your gaze comes over the right arm. And then whenever you're ready, knees will come back up through center. Left leg will come back towards the mat. Might feel nice to hug the knees in. Maybe draw your head up towards your knees. And release back down. Happy baby might feel nice. Maybe you'd like to release the legs up towards the ceiling. We'll take the next 5 or 6 breaths to just explore any postures that feel good, that will round out your practice. If you want another twist, shoulder stand. If you liked the bridge. But we are on our slow descent towards Shavasana. So if you feel complete, you can absolutely let the legs come down. Or if you're still exploring, take your time. Noticing anything that your body might still be craving. If you go through on one side, make sure you keep it even and do it on the other side as well. So take your time. When you're ready, let yourself lie in a comfortable position. And if your Shavasana today feels better seated, feel free to take that as well. When you do arrive, let your eyes close down, or maybe find a steady gaze. Feel all the points of contact you have with the floor, whether you might be sitting or lying down. And again, here, just tap into that intention for your day. For your week ahead. A moment of gratitude to yourself for taking the time this morning to start your day in this way. And then as you sit or lay, take a moment to scan your body. Let your breath be natural. And just start at the crown of your head. Feeling all the muscles of your face relax, especially your eyes, your forehead, your jaw. Run that energy down through your shoulders. Release them down. Run down through your arms and to your fingers. Make sure your hands aren't clenched in a fist. Let them be relaxed. And run down through the torso, chest, belly, hips, backs of the legs, thighs, down through your knees and your ankles, all the way to your toes. Your feet might be just relaxed side to side. And just take a breath in that full relaxation. Nothing to do, nowhere to be. And from this place of quiet, draw your awareness back. Back to the space around you, the sounds that you hear, the texture of your mat, the air. Deepen your breathing as you slowly bring awareness back to the body. Maybe bringing movement to the fingers and toes. Maybe draw the knees in, roll to one side whenever you're ready. And then find yourself in a comfortable seat. And let your eyes be heavy. And then just draw your hands into heart center. Let's take a deep inhale here, filling up. Exhale, let it go. One more of those before we start our day. Inhale. Exhale, release. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning and for starting your day in this way. Namaste. I will see you next time on the mat.